Renewable energy is a growing source of economic activity in many of North Carolina's communities, particularly our rural ones. It doesn't happen without strategy. Let's talk about how some communities are strategizing to maximize the impact. So happy to be joined by these panelists. Brian, Katharine, thanks for being with us. Brian, let's talk about renewable energy in rural areas. How is this an economic development strategy?
Yeah, renewable energy has really been one of the biggest economic development opportunities for rural areas, and I think it comes in about three different areas. You've got significant jobs that are created as a result of the construction of renewable energy projects and the operations. You've got increased tax base that counties can use for things like schools and roads and improvements. And you've got income for landowners, especially struggling landowners that might be trying to hold on to a family farm. It's a great way for them to keep land in the family.
And your work is in solar. Give us some idea of the economic impact of solar in North Carolina.
Yeah, just in 2018, if you look at the property taxes that our company, Strata Solar, paid in North Carolina, it was over $2.2 million in property taxes that would not have been there without these renewable energy projects. And those taxes, like I said, they're going to local counties and they're coming without a lot of overhead. So there's not a lot of expense associated with those. So all that money can flow to the bottom line and be used for things like education, schools, healthcare, and improving the county.
And Katharine, of course, wind is also an important source of renewable energy. How's the story different in terms of the economic impact?
I think it's actually quite similar. So with wind, you get the same three really important factors in terms of economic development: jobs, landowner payments, and local county tax payments. For example, the one project that is currently developed, the One Wind project in eastern North Carolina, called the Amazon Wind Farm US East. That project is 208 megawatts, which is a fairly large wind project. The landowner payments are spread across 60 landowners. They are $6,000 for each turbine placed on a farmer's land. The farmer is able to farm right up to the base of that turbine, so they're still able to continue with previous land use. The tax payments are significant. The project is the largest taxpayer in both Pasquotank and Perquimans County, where the project is located. And the project employs 18 full-time staff.
What kinds of jobs are we looking at, Brian, in solar? And then I'll come back to you, Katharine, to hear about wind.
Yeah, so we've got jobs that run the gamut. In our in our headquarters, we have everything from lawyers and accountants and marketers and project managers to a number of professionals. And out in the field, we have technicians that work on the solars, maintain the equipment. We have folks who maintain the grounds, so landscape maintenance. And it really runs the gamut. And on the construction side, you've got very intense labor requirements on the construction side. So building a solar farm of a pretty large scale, you could have 400 to 500 people employed for a year, year and a half on a project of that size.
Are we talking similar scale when we talk wind, Katharine?
There were over 500 construction jobs at peak construction. And because those projects take so long to build, you're talking about at least a year of construction jobs. And then full-time operating and maintenance jobs, those are wind turbine technicians. Those jobs don't require a four-year degree, but they pay an average of $80,000 a year. And that project specifically employs 18 wind turbine technicians and managers who are on site.